Section 16 of the Complete Book of Cheese. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Jennifer Stearns. The Complete Book of Cheese by Robert Carlton Brown. B. Backsteiner, Bavaria. Resembles Limburger, but smaller, and translates brick from the shape. It is aromatic and piquant, and not very much like the U.S. brick. Bagnes, or Fromage à la Raclette, Switzerland. Not only hard, but very hard, named from racler, French for scrape. A thick 1/2 inch slice is cut across the whole cheese and toasted until runny. It is then scraped off the pan it's toasted in with a flexible knife, spread on bread, and eaten like an open-faced Welsh rabbit sandwich. Bagozzo, Grana Bagozzo, Bresciano, Italy. Hard, yellow, sharp. Surface often colored red, Parmesan type. Baker's cheese. Skim milk, similar to cottage cheese, but softer and finer grained. Used in making bakery products, such as cheesecake, pie, and pastries, but may also be eaten like creamed cottage cheese. Ball, U.S.A. Made from thick sour milk in Pennsylvania in the style of the original Pennsylvania Dutch settlers. Ballakass, or Wommeldorf. Similar to Ball. Balls, Dutch red. English name for Edam. Banbury, England. Soft, rich cylinder, about 1 inch thick, made in the town of Banbury, famous for its spicy, citrus peel buns and its equestrienne. Banbury cheese with Banbury buns made a sensational snack in the early 19th century, but both are getting scarce today. Bannock, Armenia. White and sweet. Banja Luka, Bosnia. Port Salut type from its Trappist monastery. Banon, or Les Petits Banons, Provence, France. Small, dried sheep milker, made in the foothills of the Alps and exported through Marseille in season, May to November. This sprightly summer cheese is generously sprinkled with the local brandy and festively wrapped in fresh green leaves. Bar cheese, USA. Any saloon Cheddar, formerly served on every free lunch counter in the U.S. before Prohibition. Free lunch cheese was the backbone of America's cheese industry. Barbacena, Minas Gerais, Brazil. Hard white, sometimes chalky, named from its home city in the leading cheese state of Brazil. Barbaret, or Fromage de Troyes, Champagne, France. Soft, creamy, and smooth, resembling Camembert, 5 to 6 inches in diameter and 1 1/4 inches thick. Named from its home town, Barbaret, near Troyes, whose name it also bears. Fresh warm milk is coagulated by rennet in 4 hours. Uncut curd then goes into a wooden mold with a perforated bottom, to drain 3 hours, before being finished off in an earthenware mold. The cheeses are salted, dried, and ripened 3 weeks in a cave. The season is from November to May, and when made in summer they are often sold fresh. Barbu, France. Soft. Baronet, USA. A natural product, mild and mellow. Baron, France. Soft. Basilac, see Blue. Bath, England. Gently made, lightly salted, drained on a straw mat in the historic resort town of Bath. Ripened in 2 weeks and eaten only when covered with a refined, fuzzy mold that's also eminently edible. It is the most delicate of English-speaking cheeses. Battlemont, Switzerland. St. Gothard Alps, northern Italy, and western Austria. An Emmentaler, made small where milk is not plentiful. The wheel is only 16 inches in diameter and 4 inches high, weighing 40 to 80 pounds. The cooking of the curd is done at a little lower temperature than Emmentaler. It ripens more rapidly, in 4 months, and is somewhat softer, but has the same holes and creamy though sharp, full nutty flavor. Baden. See also Koppen. Germany, Austria, Bohemia, and Silesia. Semi-soft, sour milk, hand type, made in herders' mountain huts in about the same way as Harkas, though it is bigger. In two forms, one cup shape, called Koppen, the other a cylinder. Strong and aromatic, whether made with or without caraway. Bavarian beer cheese. See Bayerisches Bierkäse. Bavarian cream. German. Very soft, smooth, and creamy. Made in the Bavarian mountains. Especially good with sweet wines and sweet sauces. Bavarois à la vanille. See Fromage Bavarois. Bayonne. See Fromage de Bayonne. Bayerischer Bierkäse, Bavaria. Bavarian beer cheese from the Tyrol is made not only to eat with beer, but to dunk in it. Beads of cheese, Tibet. Beads of hard cheese, 2 inches in diameter, are strung like a necklace of cowrie shells or a rosary, 50 to 100 on a string. See also money made of cheese. Biggs. See Tome de Savoie. Bean cake, tofu or tofu. China, Japan, the Orient. Soybean cheese, imported from Shanghai and other oriental ports, and also imitated in every Chinatown around the world. Made from the milk of beans and curdled with its own vegetable rennet. Beaujolais. See Chevreton. Beaumont or Tome de Beaumont. Savoy, France. A more or less successful imitation of Trappist Hemi, a trade secret triumph of Savoy, at its best from October to June. Beaupe de Robon. Dauphiné, France. A winter specialty made from November to April. Beckenried, Switzerland. A good mountain cheese from goat milk. Beer cheese, USA. While our beer cheese came from Germany, and the word is merely a translation of Bierkäse, we use it chiefly for a type of strong Limburger made mostly in Milwaukee. This fine aromatic cheese is considered by many as the very best to eat while drinking beer. But in Germany, Bierkäse is more apt to be dissolved in a glass or stein of beer, much as we mix malted powder in milk, and drunk with it rather than eaten. Beer Regis. Dorsetshire, England. This sounds like another beer cheese, but it's only a mild cheddar named after its hometown in Dorsetshire. Beast cheese, Scotland. A curiosity of the old days. The first milk after a calving, boiled or baked to a thick consistency, the result somewhat resembling new-made cheese, though this is clearly not a true cheese. McNeil. Belarno, Italy. Hard, goat, creamy dessert cheese. Belgian cooked, Belgian. The milk, which has been allowed to curdle spontaneously, is skimmed and allowed to drain. When dry, it is thoroughly kneaded by hand and is allowed to undergo fermentation, which takes ordinarily from 10 to 14 days in winter and 6 to 8 days in summer. When the fermentation is complete, cream and salt are added and the mixture is heated slowly and stirred until homogeneous, when it is put into molds and allowed to ripen for 8 days longer. A cheese ordinarily weighs about 3½ pounds. It is not essentially different from other forms of cooked cheese. Belle Sœur. See Domaci. Bellelay, Tête de Moine, or Monk's Head. Switzerland. Soft, buttery, semi-sharp spread. Sweet milk is coagulated with rennet in 20 to 30 minutes. The curd cut fairly fine and cooked not so firm as Emmentaler, but firmer than Limburger. After being pressed, the cheeses are wrapped in bark for a couple of weeks until they can stand alone. Since no eyes are desired in the cheeses, they are ripened in a moist cellar at a lowish temperature. They take a year to ripen and will keep 3 or 4 years. The diameter is 7 inches, the weight 9 to 15 pounds. The monk's head after cutting is kept wrapped in a napkin soaked in white wine, and the soft creamy spread is scraped out to butter bread and snacks that go with more white wine. Such combinations of old wine and old cheese suggest monkish influence, which began here in the 15th century with the jolly friars of the canton of Bern. There it is still made exclusively and not exported, for there's never quite enough to go around. Bel Paese Italy. See under Foreign Greats, Chapter 3. Also see Mel Fino, a blend, and Bel Paese types. French Boudin and German Sant Stefano. The American imitation is not nearly so good as the Italian original. Bel Paesino. A play on the Bel Paese name and fame. Weight 1 pound and diminutive in every other way. Percasse. See Alguer. Bergquara Sweden. Semi-hard, fat, resembles Dutch Gouda, tangy, pleasant taste, gets sharper with age, as they all do. Molded in cylinders of 15 to 40 pounds. Popular in Sweden since the 18th century. Berkeley, England. Named after its hometown in Gloucester, England. Berliner Käse. Berlin, Germany. Cow cheese, pet name turkey cock cheese by Berlin students. Typical German hand cheese, soft, aromatic with caraway seeds, and that's about the only difference between it and Altkäse, without caraway. Bernande, Fromagelle Bernande. Italy. Cow's whole milk, to which about 10% of goat's milk is added for flavor. Cured for 2 months. Berck France. Made of skim milk. Berry rennet. See Withania. Bessay, le. Bourbonnais, France. Soft, mild, and creamy. Bexhill, England. Cream cheeses, small, flat, round. Excellent munching. Bierkäse, Germany. There are several of these unique beer cheeses that are actually dissolved in a stein of beer and drunk down with it in the Bierstubs, notably Bayerischer, Dresdener, and Olmützer. Semi-soft, aromatic, sharp. Well imitated in echt douche American spots such as Milwaukee and Hoboken. Bifrost, Norway. Goat, white, mildly salt. Imitated in a process spread in 4 1/4 ounce package. Bin Wallis, Switzerland. Exceptionally fine Swiss from the great cheese canton of Wallis. Bito, Northern Italy. Hard Emmentaler type made in the Valtellina. It is really 2 cheeses in one. When eaten fresh, it is smooth, sapid, big-eyed Swiss. When eaten after 2 years of ripening, it is very hard and sharp and has small eyes. Blanc à la crème. See Fromage Blanc. Blanc. See Fromage Blanc 1 and 2. Bleu France. Brittle, blue-veined, smooth, biting. Bleu d'Auvergne or Fromage Bleu. Auvergne, France. Hard, sheep or mixed sheep, goat or cow, from Pontgibaud and Lanquear, ripening caves. Similar to better known Cantal of the same province. Akin to Roquefort and Stilton, and to Bleu de Laqueuille. Bleu de Bassillac. Limousin, France. Blue mold of Roquefort type that's prime from November to May. Bleu de Laqueuille, France. Similar to Bleu d'Auvergne, but with a different savor. Named for its originator, Antoine Roussel Laqueuille, who first made it a century ago, in 1854. Bleu de Limousin, Fromage. Lower Limousin. Practically the same as Bleu de Bassillac, from Lower Limousin. Bleu de Salers, France. A variety of Bleu d'Auvergne from the same province distinguished for its blues that are green. With the majority, this is at its best only in the winter months from November to May. Bleu Fromage. See Bleu d'Auvergne. Bleu Olivet. See Olivet. Blind. The name for cheeses lacking the usual holes of the type they belong to, such as blind Swiss. Block Edam, USA. U.S. imitation of the classical Dutch cheese named after the town of Edam. Block, smoked. Austria. The name is self-explanatory and suggests a well-colored Meerschaum. Bloder, or Schlicker Milch, Switzerland. Sour milker. Blue Cheddar. See Cheshire Stilton. Blue Danish. See Danish Blue. Blue Dorset. See Dorset. Blue Jura. See Jura Blue and Septmoncel. Blue and Blue with Port Links, USA. One of the modern American processed sausages. Blue Minnesota. See Minnesota. Blue Moon, USA. A processed product. Blue Vinny, Blue Vinid, Blue Vein Dorset or Double Dorset, Dorsetshire, England. A unique blue that actually isn't green veined. Farmers make it for private consumption because it dries up too easily to market. An Epicurean esoteric match for Truckles No. 1 of Wiltshire. It comes in a flat form, chalk white, crumbly and sharply flavored, with a royal blue vein running right through horizontally. The Vinny mold, from which it was named, is different from all other cheese molds and has a different action. Bocconi Giganti, Italy. Sharp and smoky specialty. Bocconi Provolone. See Provolone. Boîte. See Fromage de Boîte. Bombay, India. Hard, goat, dry, sharp. Good to crunch with a Bombay duck in place of a cracker. Bonds. See Bondon de Neufchâtel. Bondon de Neufchâtel, or Bond. Normandy, France. Nicknamed Bond de tout bien, from resemblance to the bung in a barrel of Neufchâtel wine. Soft, small loaf rolls, fresh and mild. Similar to Gournay, but sweeter because of 2% added sugar. Bondon de Rouen, France. A fresh Neufchâtel, similar to Petit Suisse, but slightly salted, to last up to 10 days. Bondost, Sweden. When caraway seed is added to this called Kommenost, spelled Kummenost in Norway. Bond Ost, USA. Imitation of Scandinavian cheese with small production in Wisconsin. Bon Larron, France. Romantically named the Penitent Thief. Borden's, USA. A full line of processed and naturals, of which Liederkranz is the leader. Borelli, Italy. A small water buffalo cheese. Boisson Macers. Provence, France. A winter product, December, January, February, and March only. Boudon, France. Whole or skimmed cow's milk, ripens in 2 to 3 months. Boud, Boudon. Normandy, France. Soft, fresh, smooth, creamy, mild child of the Neufchâtel family. Bougon-le-Moth. See Lamothe. Boulay-la, Normandy, France. One of the most prolific provinces, 30 different notables. In season October to May. Boule de Lille, France. Name given to Belgian Eau de Casse by the French who enjoy it. Boulette d'Avenay or Boulette de Cambrai. Flanders, France. Made from November to May, eaten all year. Bourgain, France. Type of fresh Neufchâtel made in France. Perishable and consumed locally. Bourgogne. See Petit Bourgogne. Box. Württemberg, Germany. Similar to U.S. brick, it comes in 2 styles, firm and soft. One, also known as Schlachterkäse, box cheese, and Hohenheim, where it is made. A rather unimportant variety. Made in a copper kettle with partially skimmed milk, colored with saffron and spiked with caraway, a handful to every 200 pounds. Salted and ripened for 3 months and shipped in wooden boxes. 2, also known by names of localities where made. Hohenberg, Mondes, and Weihenstephan. Made of whole milk. Mild but piquant. Bras No. 1. Piedmont, Italy. Hard, round form, 12 inches in diameter, 3 inches high, weight 12 pounds. A somewhat romantic cheese, made by nomads who wander with their herds from pasture to pasture in the region of Bra. Bra No. 2, Turin and Cuneo, Italy. Soft, creamy, small, round and mild although cured in brine. Brand or Brandkäse Germany. Soft, sour milk hand cheese, weighing 1/3 of a pound. The curd is cooked at a high temperature, then salted and set to ferment for a day. Butter is then mixed into it before pressing into small bricks. After drying, it is put in used beer kegs to ripen and is frequently moistened with beer while curing. Brandy. See Caledonian cream. Branja de Brăila Rumania. Hard, sheep, extra salty because always kept in brine. Branja de Cosulet Rumania. Described by Richard Wyndham in Wine and Food, winter 1937. A creamy sheep's cheese which is encased in pine bark. My only criticism of this most excellent cheese is that the center must always remain a gastronomical second best. It is no more interesting than a good English Cheddar, while the outer crust has a scented, resinous flavor, which must be unique among cheeses. Bratkäse Switzerland. Strong, specially made to roast in slices over coal, fine grilled on toast. Breakfast, Frühstück, lunch, delicate, and other names. Germany. Soft and delicate, but with a strong tang. Small round for spreading. Lauterbach is a well-known breakfast cheese in Germany, while in Switzerland Emmentaler is eaten at all 3 meals. Breakstone USA. Like Borden and other leading American cheesemongers and manufacturers, Breakstone offers a full line of which their cream cheese is an American product to be proud of. Bressogo Savoy, France. Soft, white. Breslau Germany. A proud Prussian dessert cheese. Bressans. See Les Petits. Bresse France. Lightly cooked. Bretagne. See Montauban. Brevine Switzerland. Emmentaler type. Briançon see Alpin. Brick see Chapter 4. Brickbat, Wiltshire, England. A traditional Wiltshire product since early in the 19th century. Made with fresh milk and some cream to ripen for 1 year before it's fit to eat. The French call it Briqueton. Briccata Corsica. Semi-soft, sour sheep, sometimes mixed with sugar and rum and made into luscious cakes. Brie. See Chapter 3. Also, see Cendré and Coulommiers. Brie Façon France. The name of imitation Brie, or Brie type, made in all parts of France. Often it is dry, chalky, and inferior to the finest Brie véritable that is still made best in its original home, formerly called La Brie, now Seine-et-Marne or Ile-de-France. See Nivernais de Cis, Le Mont d'Or, and Ile-de-France. Brie de Meaux France. This genuine Brie from the Meaux region has an excellent reputation for high quality. It is made only from November to May. Brie de Melun France. This Brie véritable is made not only in the seasonal months, from November to May, but practically all the year around. It is not always prime. Summer Brie, called Maigre, is notably poor and thin. Spring Brie is merely maigre, half fat, as against the fat autumn Gras that ripens until May. Brouillette Savarin Normandy, France. Soft and available all year. Although the author of Physiologie du Goût was not noted as a caseophile, and wrote little on the subject beyond Le Fondue, see Chapter 6, this savory Normandy produce is named in his everlasting praise. Brina de Brăila Romania. Semi-soft sheep done in brine. Brinza USA. Our imitation of this creamy sort of fresh white Roquefort is as popular in foreign colonies in America as back in its Hungarian and Greek homelands. On New York's East Side, several stores advertise Brinza Fresh Daily with an extra D crowded into the original Brinza. Brine. See Italian Bra, Caucasian Ekiwani, Brina dubrelia, briny. Briny, or brined. Syria. Semi-soft, salty sharp. So called from being processed in brine. Turkish Tullum Peni is of the same salt-soaked type. Brinza or Brinzin. Hungary, Romania, Carpathian Mountains. Goes by many local names. Assel, Cleanse, Landock, Liptauer, Nussol, Siebenberger, and Zips. Soft sheep milk or sheep and goat, crumbly, sharp, and biting, but creamy. Made in small lots and cured in a tub with beech shavings. Fatino Perino is its opposite number in Macedonia. Brioler, see Westphalia. Brickbeck, see Providence. Brickton, England. The French name for English Wiltshire Brickbat, one of the very few cheeses imported into France. Known in France in the 18th century, it may have influenced the making of Trappist Port Salut at the Brickbeck Monastery in Manche. Brittle, see Greek Cassera, Italian Ricotta, Turkish Ravishdermer, and U.S. Hoppy. Brizecon, Savoy, France. Imitation Reblochon made in the same Savoy province. Broccio, or Lobroconus, Corsica, France. Soft, sour sheep milk or goat, like Bricotta, and a first cousin to Italian Chiavari. Cream white, slightly salty, eaten fresh in Paris, where it is as popular as on its home island. Sometimes salted and half dried, or made into little cakes with rum and sugar. Made and eaten all year. Broodkaas, Holland. Hard, flat, nutty. Brousse de la Visibie, lait. Nice, France. Small, sheep, long, narrow bar shape, served either with powdered sugar or salt, pepper, and chopped chives. Made in Visibie. Brussels or Bruxelles, Belgium. Soft, washed skim milk, fermented, semi-sharp, from Louvain and Hall districts. Budapest, Hungary. Soft, fresh, creamy, and mellow, a favorite at home in Budapest and abroad in Vienna. Buderick, Germany. A specialty in Dusseldorf. Boule, Switzerland. A Swiss Gruyère. Bundost, Sweden. Semi-hard, mellow, tangy. Burgundy, France. Named after the province, not the wine, but they do go wonderfully together. Bushman, Australia. Semi-hard, yellow, tangy. Butter and cheese. See Chapter 8. Butter, Serbian. See Kajmar. Buttermilk, U.S. and Europe. Resembles cottage cheese, but a finer grain. End of Section 16. Recording by Jennifer Stearns, Concord, New Hampshire.